Hi guys, I've been asked to talk about the different stations here in the implementation process of how the school all comes together. So we're at the almost the very part of the construction process here. It actually starts out where we actually go when we harvest the bamboo. But now the bamboo is here at site. We're specifically working with the type of bamboo here called Asper dendrocalamus. It's a very long timber type of bamboo. I like it for the harvesting process and all the structural integrity of it. And also it's really just beautiful in the way that we clean it and prep it in the end installation that we have it. So Maynor here right now is in the cleaning station, and what we're going through, so it has protective covering in it in the forest, which is a type of fungus on it. It also gives us a symbol on it when we're looking, because it's very important of the age of the bamboo. So we're in there, we're actually looking for bamboo that actually has these types of marks on them. But you know, they look a little organic and natural, which is beautiful of it, but we want to make it a little bit finer when we get it to here. So we have different types of tools that we're using. We use this over the internodes. The internodes are the part between the node, and then so we're using this, and the Asper dendrocalamus has this extra growth here. So we take it down and we file it down here a little bit. Then we also use pieces of sandpaper that are very fine, 120 grit, and then we actually take other type of sand which is a little grittier, and we're putting it over it, and we're sanding it down, which is taking off some of the marks of it. So then later on, when we wash it and clean it off, it becomes very nice and cleaner and finer. And then we start putting on our Duranza and our different types of sealers, our different types of varnish will bring it to its final aesthetic beauty. So a very exciting part about working with bamboo, there's a lot of different platforms I talk about socially, environmentally, but also another thing that's really exciting is that it's a type of carpentry down here, and most of the people build down here in masonry techniques, meaning that with blocks or cinder blocks or little red blocks. So we're actually working with carpentry, so we're on a part right now. Before you can see that there's not a lot vertical parts up, but a lot is prepped. So under here, which is protected, we're actually cutting a lot of the pieces to size. So the implementation process is going to go really fast once we get all of our anchoring systems ready. So also, you know, maybe in the future we can do kits and do other parts. So here Don Alejandro is prepping the bamboo in the sizes that we'll need for the different element sizes within the building envelope. So we're actually making a lot of the cuts right now. We're not making them on site when we're doing it, we're actually prepping them. So the phase that you'll see in the video updates in the future are going to happen really fast. So he has a lot of experience now, which we've been practicing. We make a lot of mouth cuts on top of it. So when you have your vertical rounds come up, you have a nice little seat cut, a round cut, a mouth cut, that your other round's going to come up on top of it. So right now he has his lengths, and maybe he'll put a little couple extra inches on top of it. So right now he's going to be cutting the mouth part of it on both sides of it. And then so he'll be cutting around of it, he'll be cutting another moon on the other side of it, and then he'll be cutting another side of it around here. It's just a technique we have. And then on the interior part of the bamboo, he'll actually be shaving it on the inside of it too, so it makes a nice little seat cut, a nice little cup for it to sit on. So this is another station that we're happy to bring to you. A lot of tough work is going on over here, and you've seen maybe some of the video updates that we've had a large part of the crew working here. So a lot of the work here in Nicaragua actually happens manually. One, it's great because we give a lot of jobs, and sometimes the machines can't get into certain areas, and actually to where the school is right now, it's hard to get some big machines in here for accessibility of the type of year it is and the road that we have. So over here we have a type of material that we call pescado, and we know it as road base or material select, or it's a road base, so it compacts really well, but it has a lot of rocks in there for compression. So over here at the building site, you can see where almost the final floor of the outside is going to be. So we have to fill it up as we're lifting the structure up out of the ground in getting the final floor and bringing the bamboo off the ground so it's not in contact with it. We also have to bring in a lot of fill. What's amazing that you don't see by eye, which I mentioned in one of the other videos, the front part of this front level to the back side has a difference of 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters is a little bit more than 1.5 feet. There's 30 centimeters within a foot. So we're bringing it in here little bit by little bit, and we also have to bring it in no more than, let's say, 8 inches, 9 inches at a time, because we want to compact it. And then this will be the base underneath the flooring system. So it's a lot of work that I have a lot of integrity for. The guys put in 9 hours a day out here just moving a lot of heavy material So it's part of the building envelope, and a little bit by little bit, but we're getting there. So this is a really nice part too that we get to get on tape, because a lot of people don't really understand how is it all really put together. So as I was talking about, getting vertical, and also I mentioned maybe before, getting the bamboo off the ground. So we literally get it off the ground. So the final floor is down here below the bricks, and we do this because of water maybe from the cleaning people coming by. So bamboo is made through photosynthesis. It's a type of wood. So we like to get it a little bit off the ground. So having these 2 strips of brick, but coming out of this beam, this interconnecting beam on the inside, and all throughout around the ring beam, the base beam, the grade beam, or they call it the viga sismica here, that ties it all together. We have an anchoring system that comes out of it, that's tied into it, and these 3 different elements that come out, they're 3/8 inch rebar, and then we have 1/4 inch that we wrap around them. So now the bamboo will come on top over it, and as we can see behind them, Juan Jose, they're taking a piece of threaded rebar and they're going through. So later on we'll have another piece of 1/4 inch metal going around here. So the bar is going to come through here, and then once it gets filled with cement, they'll never be able to be uplifting of the structure. So it's literally anchored into the ground. So you don't get to see all the mechanical parts once it's made. So this is, you see how the bamboo is getting anchored into this, and it's the beginning of the footing of all the bamboo. So we're in the structure right now, and I want to be able to give you the size of what we're going at. So right now we're in one aula, we're in one classroom, and then you see we have a second one and a third one, which is really going to be great because we're going to have sufficient space for all the classrooms. On the back side of you, we're also going to have a bodega, which is going to be an additional resource for the school, because they don't really have a place to store their seats, or to put books, or to put anything else that they don't need. That'll be a safe, secure area. Over on the side, we're going to have big windows that will be running down the side. There'll be louvered glass windows on the back side. All the way up here, almost at 3 meters high, we're going to start the trussing system. The trussing system will reach across to the other side. It's really, we're replicating the other side of the school over here that has a double roofing system. We have one big pitch on the back side, and then we'll have another small little roofing system on the front side that people will be able to walk under. And then this is all going to be connected from the first building to the second building to the bathrooms, and as I mentioned in the other one, for accessibility for people with extra needs, if you may. We'll have the handicap bathroom, and that will all be on the same level of coming into here. So basically you're looking at the next 3 classrooms, and in the next couple of video updates you will be seeing how we're actually putting it all together vertically, and it will become a very fun, fantastic time to share these advances with you.